Have you guys heard of Cats?
I've heard of Cats. I haven't heard of the cell phone game Cats.
I know of Cats the musical,
Like,
but I don't know.
Right.
the
So
sound.
it's the game version
The
of...
musical.
Yeah.
The game?
Yeah. Mr. Mistopheles is a really hard boss. Hey, welcome to episode 71 of Front Seat Gamer. I'm Nick. I'm here with Blake
Hi, Nick.
and Severn
Hey.
and a special guest, Ed.
yay!
You've been on here before.
Yeah.
Animator Ed from Grinding Gears Games.
Mm-hmm.
What have we got to talk about today? Well, Path of Exile
Mm-hmm.
3.1 just came out. Literally yesterday morning. I was there.
How was the launch?
Pretty good. There were a couple minor issues, but we got them sorted out fairly quickly. Some server-y things going on as well, but just sort of standard launch day glitches that we fixed pretty quickly. There was a queue of like 90,000 people at one point.
What?
That was pretty cool.
Holy crap.
Yep. It's pretty fun.
Damn.
Yeah. People seem to be liking the new content.
I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm probably going to play myself. Yeah. The thing is, man, I want to play that Abyss League, but I know I'm going to end up not having enough time to actually play through the whole thing
Well,
and
why
enjoy
not?
it.
Just play a Blizzard League anyway. It all goes to standard.
Yeah, you're right. But I've been working so hard on my standard character.
What level is it?
It's not even that high. Like 30 something.
Oh, yep. Okay. Well, I can see why you wouldn't want to interrupt that.
I've talked about this before, right? I think we all feel this. I get to a certain point in that game, and it's usually towards the end of Act 3 when my own work starts showing up, and then I just am like, I start basically taking down notes, fix things, and then I'm just working.
Right.
And most of my characters, I've gotten to the end of Act 3 and then kind of not continued.
So yesterday, I remember seeing someone hit Act 5 in less than 2 hours.
Whoa.
So if you can spare the 2 hours.
Those are pros, though. Those are people way better than me at this game.
Yes, they are, but
yeah.
I believe you could do it. I think you can get past Act 4.
Yeah.
I think you can do it, Blake.
I hope so.
I think, what? Give it a few weeks.
But, yeah.
I started playing when 3.0 got released.
Yeah.
And I had a similar problem. Once I got to Act 5, I just couldn't help but kite the enemies. Just I'd run along.
Sure.
I'd come along and just find a guy I worked on and go, oh, is he running all right?
Yeah.
What's this attack animation looking like? And it took me out of the game so hard. But every other act I'm fine. I've got no attachment to this shit.
It's tough. And the cool thing now with the 10 acts, a huge chunk of it is stuff that I didn't work on because it's all repurposed, older acts that I didn't do. So there's a huge amount that is actually fresh and new to me.
Yeah.
But I just got to get through seeing my own stuff and being critical of it before I get to the newish stuff.
Just rush through it. Do what every other player does, and then
don't even look
at the land.
Because that's what every other player does is not look.
See, I'm the type of person to map out an area. I can't help but run around all the go to all the corners.
Do fully clear and stuff.
Yeah. And I don't know, playing Path of Exile, I have reached a point where I'm like, this is a bit stupid. Because, the area's reset anyway.
Yes, and they're randomly generated. There's no reason to map them out.
Yeah. It's just, but I don't know. I guess I'm just a little OCD. Just what if there's something special in that little blacked out area,
I had that same problem when I first started playing. But once you realize, by skipping that section of the thing, you level up that much quicker in the next area.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's sort of... I just let that go. I'm like, okay, I'll just rush through it and not even look at the ground because nobody worked hard on that.
No.
Oh, there's
Nobody worked
environments?
hard.
See, I'm just looking at the mini map the whole time.
Right. So you mean the blown up map that just covers the whole
Yeah,
screen?
yeah.
Yeah. Perfect. Good.
Dude, speaking about ground, did you see the like burnable grass?
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
When did you?
I
hear
saw
about
a few. Here's look behind the curtain for this one. That was like only implemented like basically a few days ago.
I don't think that.
I mean, I think it's been worked on, but like it only showed up in the game like a few days ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, I'd never seen it until then, and was like, holy
Wait, so
shit.
that's in?
Yeah,
We got burnable grass.
yeah.
Yeah. I was
We're making it, boys.
I was working on the patch
We're
notes. and
getting there.
I kept seeing commits for burning grass. And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, is that like, does he mean burning ground? Are we making optimizations there? No, burning grass.
It's really cool, and it works on like it works with the effects. That's
Yeah.
cool, but it also works with like footprints.
Mhm.
You know, the microtransaction footprints,
Mm.
and it works with all. Like at least it works with like not just the burning ones that I've seen. Like I've got shadow footprints that go around and kind of like darken the grass as it goes along, and you can make like a little trail, and it's like it's real cool, man.
Yeah.
I spend way longer than I should just running around like
running on the grass.
Yeah, running through the grass, like making it all dark and stuff.
I did the exact same thing. I put on Abrath's hooves,
Yeah.
which are the ones that have like an actual fire explosion when you
Oh
step,
yeah.
and just like lighting the
Yeah.
place up on fire. It's really fun.
Dude, it's like what I did in Horizon with the snow. It's just like making tracks in the snow and like watching it.
That's
Like,
pretty
this is great.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
want
and
to see more stuff like that.
I thought it was real cool because I had no idea this was even coming in until
Mhm.
like halfway through last week.
Shit.
The problem is, once I saw that, I was like, well, when I go to a snowy area,
Oh, yep.
I should be seeing the snow melt.
Yep.
You
Now
can't.
it's once you've started that, where do you stop? You know,
Also, can you freeze the grass?
you can't. Not yet.
Can you electrify the grass? I mean,
You when you electrify the grass, it burns.
Oh,
Yeah, which I thought was really cool.
that's okay. That's,
Yeah, I used
What about
lightning tendrils on the grass and burned it away.
what about the what is it? Poison corruption stuff. Does that do
No,
anything?
no idea.
Maybe it does. Who knows? I
It
don't.
just wilts it.
what happens if you just cut the grass with your sword?
You just get some grass flakes. It's not Zelda though. You can't cut the grass with your sword. You get some rupees though.
That's next.
Yeah. There's a new expansion revealed. It's just Breath of the Wild.
Just that's what it's called. Just Breath of the Wild.
It's just Breath of the Wild.
I would play that. I don't know. I'd play that. That sounds great. So what have you guys been playing?
Me? Oh man. Okay.
For people at home,
Whoa.
we all looked at Severn. Severn covered his mouth and then pointed at Blake.
I can't think of a game I played. I did buy the Uncharted Lost Legacy, but I'm
Oh, yeah.
saving it for the Christmas break.
Okay.
Like I'm starting to hoard games for Christmas now.
Right.
I did try to play other PlayStation games,
Yeah.
but The Last Guardian is pretty rough.
Oh man.
Mm.
Yeah.
That whole cat thing.
Yeah.
It's too unpredictable to the point where you're like, it's not doing what I want it to do. I want to escape, and it's just not like something's not happening.
You're trying to help it,
Yeah,
and it's just
I
not.
thought I was trying to help.
Yeah.
and then it's just like walking around.
Fighting you at every.
I've got to pet this thing. Yeah, and it's not even a real thing.
Oh man.
So I'm really bothered.
You're
It's all
looking
the
at.
chores associated with a pet without the actual cuddliness.
So it's like a big Tamagotchi.
Yeah, it's rough because like the frame rate's so bad too. So it's like not even a great game to load up
Oh,
and
man.
run around in just
is-
because of the frame rate.
What is wrong with those people in frame rate? Like, why can't they just get that shit right?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it was the same with Shadow of the Colossus. I was like, great game, awful frame rate.
Mm.
What do they got against frame rate?
we have we definitely have no problems with performance.
There was talking about the burnable grass.
Yep.
A lot of the comments were like, "Oh, great, and my frame rate's gonna go even more."
Yeah.
I wonder
worse.
what people are playing the game on because my computer at
Yeah.
work is average,
Mm.
and it seems to play the game fine. So who are these? I want to know what kind of computer
so
they have.
There's a few things going on there. First of all, they're probably playing on a laptop.
All right.
So you're using like an integrated graphics card, which is just not going to be very good.
Mm.
on top of that, they're probably playing the game in a different way to you. Like you're running around slowly, looking at art assets, maybe doing a little actual gameplay. They're probably in a 6-man party, nuking everything with 1,000 spell effects.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
They are really pushing like the draw calls and stuff to crazy numbers.
Maybe they should just upgrade.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
you heard it here.
Just saying.
Just get a new computer.
Shit.
No,
That's your tech support, is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm having frame rate issues. Have you tried upgrading your PC?
it's no wonder you didn't get hired by the
Oh,
support
no.
team.
But don't you have like Quake players that are really good and they just like take their settings right?
Oh yeah,
right
they
there?
there's
play
that
with
as
like
well.
just no textures or
I
something.
get the feeling
and-
if you're hardcore into Path of Exile, you don't care about how it looks. So you'd probably
there's a
we need lower graphic settings. Is basically what I'm saying.
a portion of player. I mean, you've seen those screenshots there where it looks like. And I saw one recently where I couldn't see a texture.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was just all flat colors.
Oh
yeah, I've seen that as well. Like I saw it on like one of the maybe support people or something
I used to rock
way
that.
back had just no textures and stuff. And I was like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
That's upsetting.
Yeah.
So here's a question.
especially if you work on them, you're like, oh man.
So some people were talking about we changed the absolute lowest texture settings available to be higher than they were, and Chris responded to some people on Reddit about this and said that when you're turning down your texture settings, what you're doing is like changing the MIP map level. What the heck is that? What's a MIP map?
When you get a texture,
Yeah.
Did he say mip-map?
I
Is
think
that an actual thing?
he just called you a mip. No,
Whoa.
mip maps are the.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Fight me.
You have a texture.
Let's take this outside.
You have your texture, right?
Yeah.
And then that same texture is actually sampled at different like resolutions. So when that texture is used elsewhere at a different resolution, it will use that map
Right.
rather than the actual full scale thing.
Gotcha.
Because that will drawing like a huge texture that is like a 1K texture map applied to a very small thing. It needs to be processed apparently where like a graphics card has to go in and find out which actual pixel is trying to be used here.
Okay.
That's my understanding of it. I like write in if I'm wrong.
Yeah, my understanding of it as well
It's,
is not that high. But I thought it was similar to like LODs. Like it's just a sort of downscaled
if you
version
Google
of
it,
the same texture.
I think you'll find like the source map, and then next to it you'll see 1/2 resolution. It looks like a Fibonacci type thing, but like half resolution of that same texture, just kind of going to a very small resolution.
Yeah.
Cool. Asked and answered.
That's my assumption of it.
I'm gonna assume you're right,
Thanks, man.
and then when I embarrass myself later in life when I mention mip maps,
And you reference that?
yeah, and I reference that, I will say
Specifically reference to the
yeah. I will cite you.
I work with this guy, this artist.
So I've been playing a game called Cats, which is C.A.T.S.
Mobile ass game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, it is a mobile game. The ass part, I don't know. I haven't seen any. But maybe I'm not far enough in. I forget what it stands for, but basically it's battle bots. You make a car thing, and you put some weapons on there, and then you watch it hit another car with weapons, and one of them wins, and it's pretty fun.
Wait. So where do the cats come in?
They don't live in the car, but they are inside the
They
car.
pilot the cars.
The
They're the
cats are
pilots.
driving the cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then when the car blows up, you see one of them like get launched and then you parachute out. Yeah, it's pretty fun. This is by the guys who made Cut the Rope. So
yeah.
Zepto
That's
Labs.
a classic.
Yeah, they do good work.
Yeah.
But this one's really cool. What I especially like about it is it's got like this asynchronous multiplayer, where it's all physics based, and you create your machine, and it's going to behave the same way every single time, which means it's just like some numbers saved on a computer somewhere, and they can run those numbers against another row, which is another player's car, and the outcome will always be the same, which means you can have this like competitive multiplayer element without the two players ever actually need to be needing to be online at the same time.
Oh wow.
Which I think is really, really cool. It's a really nice and smooth way of doing like competitive multiplayer asynchronously. And also, it's like super, super short rounds, so it's very satisfying to play. Like, I think they have a maximum time of about 30 seconds, but usually it's about 10 or 20.
So do you not actually do anything? You just start the fight and watch?
Pretty much, yeah. You build the machine, and then you start the fight, and then you watch it, and then
you watch it happen.
Yeah, and then if you win, you probably get some new parts, and you can modify.
So the game plays itself for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
The gameplay is building the machine. It's basically like building your magic deck, and then
watching
like,
somebody else play.
yeah. Or
Awesome.
watching playing that deck optimally against someone who's
Right,
playing someone else's deck optimally.
So the most stressful part of Magic without the fun part.
Exactly.
Sounds terrible.
It's actually really fun.
If it didn't have cats in it, I'd just be like, what the hell are you doing, Nick?
Well, it has cats in it.
It's got cat.
so-
That's its saving grace.
It's pretty fun, I gotta say. And they've got some like odd devices. You shoot a balloon at a car, and the balloon attaches to a car, and the car floats up.
Nice.
And then
This sounds cool. This does sound cool.
Pretty fun.
It sounds like Bad Piggies in a way.
What?
It's got to be an Angry Birds thing.
Yeah. Have you heard about that? Well, you know about that game.
No.
I think it was called Bad Piggies. Yeah, it was like their Angry Birds spin-off game where you play as the piggies and you build like a vehicle to get through a bunch of obstacles. And there's like physicsy
That
stuff.
sounds
and
familiar.
things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And
yeah.
the peas are inside, and so it's like that, except they're fighting each other.
Right. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep. That's cool.
Sometimes it feels a little bit like sort of paper, scissors, rock to some
Right.
degree, because like the shape of your car and like the utility things you have attached to it can make quite a large difference.
Have you noticed any dominant strategies popping up?
No.
You know, like how in Robot Wars, the scooper, the flipper, that one.
Oh, was that the dominant strategy?
Yeah. I don't know
thought
if
the
it still is.
spinner
I don't
was
know
like
if it
a-
still is, but for a long time, one of those wedge-shaped robots that just flipped, like got underneath and just flipped the
Right.
enemy one would always win, because like almost everything else has fucking flamethrowers and blades and like guns.
Yeah.
Maybe not guns, but like, you know,
And
like,
nukes and-
yeah, nukes and cannons, but like crazy stuff like that. You're
Yeah.
like, oh man, this is gonna do crazy damage, and then this little wedge just goes over, floop, flips it, and it has no way of getting back up.
Flipping cars is a totally valid strategy.
Yeah.
And in fact, it's usually really effective, except for when you try to flip it and it rolls over you and then smacks you from behind.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Which can happen.
Yeah, this sounds cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I have a question. How do you find these games? Because you always are like, yeah, I've been playing them almost every week. You're like, oh man, I've been playing a new mobile game.
Yeah. I look for them.
Yeah.
I mean,
How many crappy mobile games do you go through to find
dozens.
one good
Dozens.
one?
Yeah, way too many.
Yeah.
In this case, it was like Google Play's Game of the Year.
Oh, okay. So that's an
So
easy
I
one.
found it and then, I'll give it a shot. And when I saw what it was, I was like, ooh, this actually sounds like it could be good. And it was. But yeah, usually it's like I go through good 20 games before I find something that's actually good.
Man, do you have a like time and place in your daily life where you're like, now's the time I look for
Yes.
games? Yeah,
I
Is
do.
it a commute or something?
Nope. Toilet. What were you expecting? Of course it's the toilet.
Oh man,
What else are you going to do?
have we talked about this before? I'm so against devices in the toilet.
What?
Oh,
That's where
What?
gross things are.
I mean, I don't know what you're doing in there, but
I've definitely heard this conversation before, sitting in this exact chair.
You just bring it out and I said,
yeah.
no, I strongly disagree with you on that, Blake.
I
Phone out first thing. It's like
I'm pretty sure there have been
First
studies
thing.
to
First thing.
suggest
First
it's a
thing.
terrible
First thing.
idea.
so you walk in
before you pull your pants down.
Yeah,
before
yeah.
anything else,
Uh-huh.
phone out.
yeah.
Holy moly, I'm definitely not touching your phone ever.
Great. Solves two problems. Oh man. Yeah, you really not?
Nope.
You don't use your phone on the toilet?
No,
Does anybody else?
I leave
Yeah,
it.
I
As,
do.
I leave it as
Ed, you
far from the
don't?
toilet as possible.
No.
Ever?
Well, sometimes if it's just like an emergency.
And you're like,
Go
I
on.
need. Well, you're just like, I need help. Text someone, I need help.
Send an ambulance.
This is not
Shit's
good.
gone wrong.
Real bad situation.
How often does that happen?
Oh, it's weekly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Savannah
no.
uses it.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't like it, but sometimes I do.
So I mean, okay. All right. It's just a waste of time if you don't, right? What are you doing there? Sitting there, just like blankly staring at the wall.
Concentrating on what you're doing.
It shouldn't require concentration. It shouldn't have to concentrate.
Surely you can just sit and enjoy the moment. You know, it's serenity time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I get
meditation.
Not in the
maybe
work toilets if the other
yourself.
people are in the other stall.
Oh fuck no, that's just stressful.
Then you're like, I want to get out of here as fast as possible. I'm not bringing my phone out. I'm not spending any longer I need to in here.
You know what's really stressful is when you're in a toilet and you can hear the cleaner walking.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst. God. So this is a game.
Well, and they knock on the door and say, "How much longer are you going to be?"
They call you out by name.
I can hear you playing a game in there. Like, how much longer?
Every day. Yeah, that's what I've been playing.
That was toilet corner with Nick.
Toilet corner with Nick is a very different thing, and I don't participate in that anymore.
Anymore, not after the accident.
It wasn't an accident; it was intended.
So I've been playing.
What a mess.
So there's a game I've been playing that is called Grand Ages Medieval. And it's a real.
Why is it called that?
I don't know. I think that's what it's called. It may be called Medieval Grand Ages, but I think it's Grand Ages. Like it's like that's the like franchise Grand Ages.
Grand Ages.
Medieval.
Okay, who's
Is there like Grand Ages Rome? And
Not
Grand
yet.
Ages, right.
Not yet, and I don't think there ever will be.
Is that because they only need one because they perfected?
Yeah,
the game?
they pretty much perfected it. But it's a weird sort of like I want this to sound bad, but it's like a middleware game, no, maybe not middleware, like a middle tier game kind of thing. Like it's not AAA and it's not super indie. It's somewhere in between.
It's shovelware, is what they would have called it. What they would have called it back in the day.
It's the thing is I've been keeping an eye on it for a while. It's not shovelware.
Okay,
it's not shovelware. I've been keeping an eye on it for a while, and because it looked interesting, it has this sort of like grand strategy game look where it's like a big map of Europe, and there's like regions and there's towns, and basically you're managing a town, and then like you can take over other towns, or you can like found other towns, and it's very sort of economy management in a way.
Okay.
Like your main thing is setting up trade routes and getting a huge income and building more towns and taking over areas. And I thought that sounded like real cool.
And was it?
It kind of is. It's like I have been enjoying it, but like it just is not. It's very. I think it was like very ambitious, but didn't quite reach the mark.
Okay.
And they do like a weird thing. They put like resources, like development resources, into these portraits of the other rulers that you're fighting against, and they're all animated, and they all look terrible. They're like the most. They kind of look studenty.
Maybe it was a student game.
Maybe. I mean, if it was a student game, it's a bloody good student game. But like it, and they're all animated, and I was just thinking there's absolutely no need for these things to be animated at all. They could just be a portrait, and it's all voice acted, and it's good voice acting. But yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I wonder how much resources they put into like animating these portraits, where the like game itself is kind of not 100% where it could be.
Because of that?
I don't know if it's probably not just because of that. I think they did just like bite off more than they could chew. But it is cool that like I like the idea of like managing a city, managing a village, and seeing it grow, and you actually do see it grow, and then you're setting up roads to like other towns that you've either built or discovered, and you're like you're trading with those other towns, and there's a lot of like resources, and there's some of that like resource management where like certain regions can only like have access to certain resources, so you have production buildings there, and then you set up like trade routes to bring those resources to other places, and it's real cool like that. So it reminds me of the Anno series. Have you ever played that? Where
I haven't played them, but I am.
It's kind of like this game, except it's all very sea and island based. Right. So you set up your towns on these islands, and every island has like access to different resources, and you sort of set up trade routes to bring resources to where you need them to be.
Yep.
So it's kind of like that, but land based over Europe, and there's some sea stuff there, and I don't know it.
Well, let me ask you, why did you get this game?
I was going to ask him the same thing. How did you find this game?
Oh,
I like that you're like, oh, Nick, how do you find these crazy mobile games? Well, I go onto Google Play, and it's the first thing.
No, because it's one of those games. It's a game that was recommended as similar to other games. Like, so it has a.
If you like No Man's Sky.
No, this is what No Man's Sky should have been. A resource village management game. I think I found it through like one of the Total Wars, because it looks from like screenshots, it looks very, very similar to Total War. But
this is more like Total Economy.
Yeah, it's Total Economy, and you do like build barracks and have like armies and stuff.
Yeah.
But I haven't really gotten to the point where.
Can you use them?
They're just sitting in my town at the moment, not really doing anything. And also, I'm finding that like the towns the empires and stuff I'm encountering are just friendly. Like nobody really wants to fight. Nobody's like taking over. Nobody's like sending their armies to take over anything. They're just like, hey, do you want to trade? Yeah, all right. And it's just building trade routes. And so I'm wondering, like, maybe I should pump up the aggression of the AIs if I can even like do that.
Or just the difficulty, maybe.
Or maybe just the difficulty. Yeah. But
or just go to war with them.
Yeah, see what happens.
See if you can actually.
Yeah, there was a town like right next to me that you can actually like buy their town if you gain enough like reputation with them through I don't know, trading or whatever. But yeah, you can eventually like be like, hey, how about you just sell me your town? And
they just say okay.
Yeah, and they just say okay. But yeah, maybe I should just go to war with them and like take over their town.
Yep.
Because I can run it better.
It sounds a little bit like Mount and Blade. Did you ever play Mount and Blade?
Isn't that way more like battle focused?
There are a lot of battles, but you can also play the economy.
Yeah.
Quite heavily, where you go from town to town, you buy things when they're cheap and sell them at other towns where they're more valued. And you can set up. I think you can tell people to trade from different places. I think you can send people to go to towns and stuff.
Okay.
Mount and Blade's got quite an interesting economy to it.
Maybe I should try that because I thought it was all just mostly battles.
No, you should play Mount and Blade. Mount and Blade's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks terrible, and that was actually what made me, when he said that like the portraits were animated and looked bad.
Yeah.
I immediately thought of Mount and Blade.
Oh man.
Because it looks like. Did you ever play GoldenEye?
Yeah.
It's like they got the characters from GoldenEye.
Holy shit.
And then put them in like and the Elder Scrolls like land generator from Oblivion.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know, like the landscape's kind of nice and flowing when you're in a battle, but it's just like GoldenEye NPCs running around.
Oh man. And are you playing third person in those battles or
first? I play first person.
Yeah. So you're right up close to those people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you have to play that game first person. But the combat's really fun, and the economy stuff's quite interesting. And you go from like literally one dude to like as you play more and more, you start to accumulate an army, and then you can like start claiming fortresses and like making your own country and that sort of stuff. It's really cool.
Maybe that's the game I've been searching for forever.
When I played Mount and Blade, I reviewed one of their versions like in 2011 or something like that. and I think I gave it like a 7 or something like that because it had some problems. But that said, I played that game for like 100 more hours.
Oh, cool.
So like,
yeah,
I played the hell out of that game just because it's actually really fun once you get past those problems.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I do like the economy stuff of like setting up trade routes, and certain towns only have certain resources and things like that. And in like Total War, you just kind of don't have any of that. It's just you just take over an area and it's like now it's yours, and that's sort of it.
Yep. Yeah. Try Mountain Blade.
Yeah.
I think you like it.
All right.
Ed.
Oh fuck.
What have you been playing?
Nothing.
Animating. You just been animating all.
You worked on the Elder Fight and the Elder Guardians.
I did.
So you did all of them.
I did all of them.
I pointed this out because it's very subtle, but there is some kung fu influence to the.
There is. There's a hint of kung fu.
Tell me more.
Particularly in the Lightning Guardian.
Yeah.
So when I was given the issue for that guy,
yeah.
I had already done the fire dude, and I don't know. I guess for people who don't know, I do Shaolin kung fu, northern style.
Yeah. No one
really cares.
But so well, you know what? I'll leave that up to the audience. But no, yeah. So you do Shaolin.
So when I'm doing attacks, it's hard not to have like a little bit of that shine through.
Yeah.
But then Mark gave me the issue for the lightning dude, and he was like, he can have a staff or some swords, or he could be unarmed. And I was like, well, this motherfucker's doing kung fu. And it worked really well because like Shaolin's got these really like nice flowing movements.
Yeah.
And I guess I just approached it from an idea of like his movements generates electricity and then he unleashes it. And it came out really nice. It was actually one of the fastest monsters I've animated because I knew exactly what he should be doing.
Oh, cool.
Like there was very little of like, oh, where should his foot be? Like how do I generate? I was just like, I know all the movements.
On the other hand, the Elder.
Slightly less kung fu.
Yeah.
In the Elder.
Well, you also, it's hard to, I mean, you had some identifiability with the lightning guy.
Well, he had legs.
Yeah. And he only had 2 arms.
Yeah.
And he didn't have 400 tentacles.
Yeah.
So, notably, the Elder has a bunch of tentacles.
He's got a few.
Yeah.
He's got a few. So some interesting things happened with the Elder. So when he was first pitched to me, Eric was like, don't worry, like there's all these bosses, but it's okay because the Elder's, he's floating and he's a spellcaster, so it's fine. Didn't mention that, the lack of legs came also with an extra set of arms, which is like, it's removing a little bit of work and then adding a whole lot more.
Yeah.
And then, he also had these tentacles, and I think they were designed with the idea that they'd be done in physics. And then our physics guy was like, no, these can't be done with physics. They'll look rubbish. So I was like, well, you're hand-keying these. We did, like, at one stage, I was like, this is too much work. Can we just put physics on it, see how it goes? And, he was right. It wasn't. Well, I think it would have been okay if we'd done it from the start, but I had already done a bunch of animations with the tentacles working in a certain way.
Right.
I'd done them kind of like, because they're like ethereal.
Yeah.
Like transparent and
They're
stuff.
Kind of glassy looking.
Yeah, so I did them kind of floating, like he was submerged in water.
Right.
And then when you put the physics on, they were like considerably more weighty.
Right.
They just kind of dropped and flopped and, tentacle things. You've seen tentacles.
I have. The Elder Fight has a few like tentacle minions.
Yeah.
And I think those things also appear in Elder influenced maps. Those are physics enabled, which I thought was kind of cool.
Yep. They've got those, so they worked well.
Yeah, those are weird and floppy and rubbery.
Yeah.
In a nice, pleasant way. But you are
very pleasant.
Yeah, it's very pleasant. big floppy, pleasant, big floppy tentacles.
Yep, there you go.
Very, very pleasant.
Yep.
I love big floppy tentacles.
Yep. They also have one eye. Have you noticed that?
Yep.
That's true.
Not true. They've got a series of eyes.
What? Really?
Yeah, they've got the one popping eye.
Yeah.
And then around where the tentacles are. More eyes.
Oh, really?
I'm
Oh.
pretty sure.
Yeah, I think Seb's probably right.
I should
Yeah.
take. A
I
close
can't
look
I
at
can't
those.
quite remember because I mainly look at the one big eye.
I was involved with them with floppy tentacles.
I still think we should take what Seb says with a grain of salt.
I'm pretty sure they have other eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, no, yeah, they do.
Did you animate the eyeball like looking around and stuff? He's just staring at me. Why is he just staring at me?
Which eyeball?
The on those like big floppy.
On the,
the big floppy
floppy
minions.
tentacle
Yeah.
minions. No, I had nothing to do with them.
Oh, okay.
They were another animator.
I liked the eye. I looked around in
You,
a nice
you
way.
like the eye?
Yep.
Yep.
It's a good eye.
It's good.
My favorite part of that game, in fact. You know?
Yeah. Was the eye? Oh, well, go fuck yourself. You clearly don't know quality when you say.
Ooh. Ooh. No, the elder fight looks absolutely fantastic, and the elder moves in like a really creepy alien way, so it's really, really pleasant to watch.
Yeah, I tried to. I guess my initial inspiration was kind of like Japanese horror. They do like a lot of contorty, weird hand stuff. Do you guys know the movie Mama?
No.
No? Okay. Well, it's an American horror film,
Okay.
but they used a dude who's got some sort of limb disorder where they're like, I don't think it's gigantism, but like his limbs are just like abnormally long and
Super
flexible.
lanky. I think I might have
Ah.
seen this guy
Yeah.
before. Yeah.
And on YouTube, there's they've got test footage of like when they were, just trying out how it's going to look on camera, and this dude just moves so fucking freaky. I think they've got him on harnesses and shit so he can move it, like kind of wobble around while he's
Right.
walking. But yeah, he's got like a lot of like wrist contortions and like weird. So I kind of use that as inspiration.
I think I might have seen that guy. Maybe it was about that movie or something, but I saw a thing on YouTube or somewhere with this guy, this super ass lanky dude in
Yeah.
some sort of horror movie, and just like I couldn't believe that he was a living human being.
Yeah, I always wonder how they cast these people. Like, do they go, you are freaky looking.
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
be in a movie?
ever-
You're gonna freak some people out.
Do you ever watch a movie and there's like a character who's like their whole job is to be like the fat or ugly person?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And you think,
Yeah.
what was that casting call like?
I'm sorry, you're not hideous enough for the role.
You're perfect for the role.
Yeah. You, madam, you make me sick. You're hired.
Yeah. I always wonder what's that like.
Yeah.
Are they just happy to have the work?
I assume so.
I think I don't
Like-
know.
like,
It would
Are
be
they
like
are they good humored about it? I don't know.
Surely you wouldn't take the role if it offended you.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you do have to wonder whether there is like a slight sting that comes with it. Like, yeah, I got work, but it's because I look awful.
I guess it's like like a little person, right? Like a little person actor.
Midgets.
Yeah.
The bird's pretty little.
I mean,
You're talking about typecasting.
I'm talking about like Peter Dinklage type guys. Like
Someone doesn't look like Peter
going
Dinklage.
into
Wait a
acting.
minute.
Like I think they'd like accept that. Like there's probably going to be leprechaun bloody roles and all sorts of like roles like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, he's never going to be cast in like the Michael Jordan movie, you know.
I mean, that's for
probably-
sure.
He's probably never gonna play Wolverine,
Probably not.
and that's a shame. I think because that would be a
Peter
very good.
Dinklage
Yeah,
plays-
it is Logan. That would be interesting.
It would.
Yep. You guys play anything else? I haven't really played much else just because.
I haven't. The last game I played was the expansion to XCOM 2.
How was that?
War of the Chosen. It was hard. I never finished it because I kept starting games and failing, and eventually gave up. I refused to lower the difficulty.
Are you gonna blame the developers though?
Yeah. No, I've sent them several angry emails.
and death threats.
Yeah. I think a dead rat.
Impossible mode is impossible.
No, I just sent them like, please fix your game.
Oh shit!
That was my message.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
Hashtag Gamergate. Oh man, dude, I remember saying to you like I think it was in the middle of like or towards the end of like 3.0 stuff where like we were working late hours and stuff, and you were still saying like, yeah, I just go home and relax and play like XCOM on like brutal Iron Man mode. And it's like, what? Why do you just keep stressing yourself out, man?
No, I think wasn't I playing Doom?
Oh
on,
yeah,
on Nightmare
on something like almost every game you play, you just pump the difficulty to the top and like, yeah, this is how I like to relax.
It was either Doom on Nightmare mode or Bloodborne. I definitely played Bloodborne for a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if a game isn't raising my heart rate to a dangerous level, I'm just not invested.
And then I was relaxing by playing that.
Big fan of Just Dance.
I don't dance.
only on Nightmare mode.
Where you have to move like a Japanese
you
horror film.
You can only be that big lanky dude to play.
Maybe if it was just dance, but you had to dance while also being chased by like a horde of zombies.
Oh yeah.
Then I would be interested. But no.
What you're describing is the music video for Thriller.
Yeah.
That's already been made.
Oh. Well, it's a time for remakes. Remakes are a big thing.
It is
these
nostalgia.
days.
People love nostalgia.
How would
yeah.
you remake that one?
Thriller?
Remake Thriller?
Yeah,
You just remake it.
Well, Michael Jackson's been dead for
Nah,
quite
you
a while.
CG him in.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess they wouldn't
Yeah,
really have to
the
use the
Tupac
makeup
thing.
anymore.
Yeah.
he would just look like a zombie.
Yeah. You just haul them up.
Oh no.
Oh man, this is probably the least tasteful episode we've done.
Guys,
ever.
just to change the subject up real quick. Did you guys check out the Game Awards or any of the
No.
trailers
no,
that
I
have come
didn't.
out?
Oh, I saw.
See the Death Stranding thing?
Yes.
Oh, another Death Stranding trailer?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Ed,
those are great.
Are you following this kind of stuff?
No.
Is it super weird and nonsensical?
It's kind of awesome.
Yeah, it
I'm
looks
on
real
board,
cool.
man.
Oh, is
Yeah.
this?
It's very weird.
Kojima?
Yeah.
And I saw like a little video before.
There's like a 7-minute trailer out.
Have
It's
they
the
shown
latest
it?
one.
Does it have gameplay?
No.
Do you want to describe it? Because it's like a kind of short film.
Yeah, you kind of have to watch it, but it's got weird alien things and little like thin tentacles,
Hey,
like
I'm
hair
staying the
strands
fuck away from
just
that.
dangling around.
Are there dead whales on the beach?
There are whales, but they're not dead. They're actually swimming around.
Oh, that's good.
Hmm.
So, what about? I'm trying to remember what was. There was a that guy from The Walking Dead with the
Yep,
necklace
Norman.
covered in USB sticks. Yeah.
Yep. He's in it. He actually came out on the stage at the Game Awards. Anyway, the trailer's cool. You've got to check it out.
I
We should
want to
link
watch
it.
this.
We'll link it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
like the in the background you see these like silhouettes and they just the atmosphere that I like the way that's going.
Mm.
Just really weird stuff. I'd like to get in on the ground floor on this game.
Has he ever made a movie?
Kojima?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I feel like Metal Gear Solid 1 through 5.
Yeah, they're pretty much playable
Have you
films.
seen these?
Kind of are.
Definitely 4.
Yeah, 4 was like
That
he's
was
just like I want to make a movie, but for some reason, I'm committed to being a video game developer.
I remember watching a gameplay video of Metal Gear Solid 4 and just being like so excited about all the different things you could do.
Yeah,
Then I got the game and it was like 5 minutes gameplay, half-hour cutscene.
yeah.
The most disappointing thing.
That
Yeah,
was
it's so
that was
weird.
true from like the original Metal Gear Solid though. Where
I feel like it got worse.
it did. It definitely did.
Like there were long like codec conversations and shit like that, but like the story was
Les
good.
enfants terribles, the terrible children. Here's a 10-minute video about it. That's what it was.
Yeah, but like I don't know, like Metal Gear Solid 1 I was really into it. Metal Gear Solid 2 I was disappointed because Raiden. And it was like you've got this awesome as protagonist and then you can play as a little bitch. And 3 was great. 3 I thought they did well, but then 4 it was just cutscenes for days.
Mm.
Cutscenes and also
Yeah.
like that weird camouflage suit he had. Like you could just like lie down on the floor and a guy couldn't see you. It's like this isn't hiding.
That's cool.
This is bullshit. Anyway,
He should just make a movie. Just make a damn movie.
yeah, pretty much.
These kind of are.
I'm
this
not-
movie.
Yeah, I know, but-
like all his
But
trailers.
what if he made an actual movie? Like, imagine, okay, he makes a game, but it's a 2-hour-long cutscene, and that's it.
With a video game, you have the benefit of actually making a movie inside the game.
Yeah,
Whereas when you lock yourself into just a movie,
yeah.
no controllers. There's
Yeah.
none of that.
No controllers.
You
There's no
could-
interactivity. You know?
You could start. You could like start at the end of a hallway. You walk to the end of the hallway, then a cutscene triggers, and then that's the rest of it.
Oh, there
It
you
just runs to credits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your interactive element.
Mm.
Yep. It shows you the keys to use.
Yeah,
to
it
get
runs you
done
through the
something.
tutorial, and then it just plays a cutscene to
Just
the
goes
end.
right.
Runs through an insanely complicated tutorial, and then you never actually play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that's actually awesome.
Hold
you how to wall
L2 and
jump
press
and all
E3
sorts of
times to crouch.
Just like, man, I can't wait for this. And then it's like a 2-hour long cutscene. That's amazing.
Do you want inverted cameras? And then you're just like, in it.
If you choose yes, the credits roll in the other direction. Well,
There was I saw a clip on somewhere in internet. I saw a clip on the internet, and it was from one of the Metal Gear games, and he's like climbing up a ladder for like 5 minutes.
oh yeah. That's Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And there's this awesome song playing, and you're like, man, this is some crazy thing.
Yeah, I think the whole point of that was like, you look how high you're going.
Yeah.
and then that was important.
Is that the end of the game, or
I
like
think it's
it?
close to the end.
Yeah, it seemed like.
I saw.
I vaguely remember that.
There was some game. Do you ever watch Donkey on YouTube?
Occasionally.
I think he played some game where you do almost the same thing, where you climb a ladder for like a super long time, except that when you get to the top, you just die, or something, or you get tossed back
It's a
down.
metaphor for life, man.
That game he was playing looked so dumb and frustrating.
Was it Zelda? Because I think that.
Do not
'cause I think
do not
that's-
even badmouth Zelda right now.
Because
It's just I'm offended.
I think you got me
Hurt.
to watch Donkey playing Zelda, and I think we even posted it last year.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game's great. I
Last
wouldn't-
year? No.
think
Oh,
it
no,
was-
This
this year.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So so Severn, want to talk about Game of the Year, like our picks?
Yeah. I shouldn't stop. Blake, you want to?
Whoa, man! You just keep passing it.
Hang on.
He's just like, I got nothing. I suggested it, but I got nothing.
Yeah.
Mike, you want to?
The thing is, I don't think I've got a game of the year. There is a game that I played.
Grand Theft
a lot
Auto didn't
of,
come out this year, right?
Yeah,
so
no, I
you
know.
didn't.
but I think if I did have to pick a game that I'd played this year for my game of the year,
Yeah.
it'd probably have to be Quantum Break,
Oh man!
just because
yeah.
that game I played, completed, and I enjoyed it.
Whoa!
I'm not even sure how much of this game I've talked about.
No, you've hardly talked about.
Nothing?
We talked about its time freezing
yeah,
mechanics
yeah.
and how you're like, this is unrealistic.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's they do some really cool cinematic stuff. So the storytelling is really cool. In one of these parts where you're like, your brother kind of put this time machine together, I think, and you're kind of walking around this environment, and everything is kind of speeding up around you, like time's
Yeah.
kind of unhinged, and it's kind of doing its own thing. But
Cool.
like you get the day night cycle.
You see like a time lapse photography type of thing.
Yeah, it's
happening.
crazy.
Yeah.
Everything's in super like going really fast. You see the sun shadows changing and everything. This machine's getting put together in the background. It's really epic.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, they do some really cool stuff in it. So that game for sure would be my pick.
Has that got live like cutscenes
It does. It's really weird.
with the dude from Game of Thrones, Littlefinger?
Yeah, he's in it. I couldn't watch them though.
Yeah.
The buffering was pretty rough.
Oh
It just
shit!
kept
Really?
stuttering. Yeah.
Huh.
And I've got pretty sweet
What?
internet, so I don't
Was
know what
it
was up.
streaming or something?
Yeah, it was.
Huh?
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's got anything to do with like playing it in 4K.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't toggle a different resolution.
Oh, weird.
It just gave you a freaking cutscene, and you could only pause or skip it.
Yeah.
Wait, the game was streaming its cinematics.
Yeah, the TV cinematic things. When you complete a chapter, you would get these TV show 20-minute whatever things of story.
Right. And it would stream those.
It would stream them, yeah.
They weren't just on your computer.
No,
Why?
and I thought that was weird.
That's
That is
really
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
So I couldn't watch any of them.
So if you were, do you have to play the game online then?
What do you mean?
Well, if it's streaming it.
Well,
Like,
those
if-
cutscenes.
Yeah. So if you're playing if you've got no internet connection, then you just have to miss out on the story.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't unplug my network cable. I just had it load up. It would stutter, and then I'd be like, all right, I can't take it anymore.
That's weird. This is through Steam, right?
Yep.
Do you know if there's if they've got a free DLC pack that is just all those kind of cutscenes?
I didn't look into it.
Yeah, I wonder if there is.
There probably is, and
I bet it's like gigs and gigs. That might be why they didn't add it as part of the main game.
possibly.
Why would it be gigs and gigs? I mean, compression's pretty good now.
I don't know. Good quality.
Yeah, but I mean, you watch.
I downloaded a texture pack that was like 10 gig, and that's just textures. This is like video at like 4K.
Yeah, but nah.
Yeah, but no.
Good point.
You make a solid argument,
Yeah.
Nick.
Yep, thank you. I mean, you watch Netflix or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Look, I don't know. I'm just making suggestions.
Just explain to me the science behind streaming video. real
Well,
quick.
you got
What's
the internet is like a series of tubes.
Use tubes.
You
yeah, that's why it's called that.
yeah.
You got anything, Nick?
For
your game of
my
the
game of the
Yeah,
year.
game of the year.
Your pick.
I'm gonna surprise everyone with
Next
this, but
pick.
it's Zelda.
Oh,
Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
Yeah,
Game
but
of the
heard
year.
of it.
Yep.
Game is amazing. I'm like halfway through it again, but I'm playing on master mode, so everything's much harder. And I'm also playing with the UI turned off, so I only have my
You're full immersion.
I only have my hearts.
pussy.
And
You would have the whole screen turned off if you were a real hardcore gamer.
you're right. I'm sorry. I'll turn off the screen next time.
I like this idea. You can turn off the HUD.
Play
That's
Doom
how
on
I'd play.
Nightmare with no.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
monitor.
With Doom, I turn off as much as I
Oh
can.
god.
Just
That's
an
all I
audio
know.
experience.
Yeah, it's just.
I'm not even going to use a mouse. No, I've been playing that game slowly, just because work and stuff. But man, it's so good.
I
Even
saw
on the second playthrough. So
I
good.
saw a new DLC trailer
Yes,
for that.
it just came out. The second pack of DLC came out. Apparently, it's really good. I haven't actually played it yet, so I'm excited.
There's a motorbike.
That's what I've heard.
Is there a motorbike?
He's got a motorbike.
What?
Yeah.
How
I've seen
crazy!
it.
Once he gets a car, I'm calling. I'm calling it, man. It's
You give me.
good to me.
Are you gonna be?
What are you talking about? It's getting closer and closer to GTA.
No,
at
I
that
know.
point.
I know.
Yeah, you'll
At
be-
that point, it's your perfect game.
Okay, then I'll
what
have
are you
to-
talking about?
I thought you were gonna say you'd be on the phone to Rockstar, being like, "These guys are stealing your ideas."
I forgot Rockstar invented cars in video games.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm excited. I mean, I when I saw the motorbike, I thought that's a little silly, but I've heard it's very fun.
I bet you can do sweet jumps.
Yeah, doesn't that sound great?
Yeah, that does sound great.
In that world,
Yeah.
that sounds.
But-
you could do a jump and then like freaking take your
Yeah, but then
glider out and like glide.
Yeah,
Oh
but
my
then
gosh.
your bike's durability will break, and then you're like, oh well, I got to get a new bike now.
Yeah, you just steal it from one of the villagers,
Right.
and then you have to take it to a garage, get it painted,
Yep.
drop those stars.
Yep. The notoriety.
Yeah.
No, I'm really excited.
Yeah.
That's my game of the
When's
year.
that coming out?
It's out now.
Oh man,
Yeah, I got to download it.
is this your holiday game?
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
That and probably play some Mario. Did I talk about Snipper Clips at all? I think I did.
Snipper Clips. I can't remember. You might have.
Snipper Clips is like the most fun co-op game I've ever played. It's so much fun. And I'm gonna get Overcooked as well
Oh yeah.
later on.
That
I've heard
looks
that's-
cool.
I've heard that's very, very good.
Yeah.
So
Um,
I've got some fun gaming ahead of me.
this is probably gonna be the last episode for the year, right?
That's
Yep.
true.
So I'm just gonna say, Red Dead's right around the corner, fellas. Holy shit.
Your game of the year was the Red Dead trailer.
Yeah. But man, this game. Shit. It looks good.
You could have stopped at shit.
Guys, I'm excited for it.
I'm
What?
excited.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm excited
No.
too.
That's
Yeah.
surprising.
No, the thing is, like, fucking Mordor came out.
Yep.
And it looks like complete shit.
Yep.
Red Dead will come out. It sets the new standard graphically for everything. and every other studio should be shitting itself.
Right.
If you're not
Especially
Naughty Dog.
Nintendo.
Yeah, especially Nintendo.
Oh,
What
man.
about gameplay?
Gameplay?
Yeah.
No one cares about gameplay.
People don't play games for the gameplay.
No.
If anybody else said that, I would swear they were making a joke. But honestly, it's hard to tell with you, Severn.
It will have gameplay, Ed.
Right. Oh,
Will have it, has it.
that's good.
You want gameplay? It has
Ed,
it.
you hear me? The Red Dead's gonna have gameplay.
It's
The
gonna
best,
ha-
the best gameplay.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put up this gesture and I'm gonna be like, Ed,
That open
you
world
hear
is
me right
huge.
now?
yeah.
It's gonna have good gameplay.
Ed,
Tremendous gameplay.
game of the year, Ed. Tell us your pick.
Game of the year.
Yeah.
So I can't quite remember what games came out this year. This year's been quite a blur for me.
Yeah.
Because we
Well,
had.
personally, what game did you play this year that was like, this is my top
I
game?
can't remember. I can't remember this
I don't
year.
remember that.
We had 300 and then we had 310,
Yeah,
and
I know.
it's just destroyed my brain. 2017 was like a massive drug binge.
The lost year.
A drug binge
But without
of
the
work.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. It was all the hangover and none of the excitement. I feel like I played Doom, and that was really good.
That was this year
When
too,
you say
right?
you feel like you played Doom, is that because you do it all by touch?
Was that this
You
year?
don't. You,
Yeah, I played Doom blindfolded. I just use sound cues.
You're really getting into that Shaolin thing.
yeah.
No, Doom was really fun. Like that. That was surprising because I thought I was past like basically on rail shooters where you're just shooting things, but no, Doom was.
I've heard it's really good.
It's exciting. It's like it's fast paced and I don't know. The monsters are really interesting and. They throw so much at you that you're just it's constantly. Actually, it reminds me of Hotline Miami. Just that same kind of fast pace. Like they give you amped up music. The action's really tight and dangerous. So
You were
Just
even
get
saying
sucked
that
in.
you were listening to the soundtrack while working.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't go crazy. Just one or two playthroughs.
For a game like Doom, I imagine the soundtrack is what? Smooth jazz?
Yeah. It's it's mostly country and western.
Right.
Um,
That'll get you in,
yeah,
in
yeah.
the mood to shoot some stuff.
Some little bit of slow jazz, some soul.
Mm.
Yeah. Another one was what's it called? Darkest Dungeon.
Oh,
Okay.
right.
Yep.
That was a great game. That one I got surprisingly hooked on for how basic it is.
It's another fucking stressful game, man.
It is. It's great though, because like your character. I mean, that's what the game is about.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
managing your character's stress
Yeah.
levels.
Yep.
Like making sure
You like
they're-
edge of your seat kind of games, huh?
Yeah. I like games where you can lose.
Have you played?
If you can't lose, then I feel like it's just a matter of time until you win. Whereas if there's a losing thing, there's actually stakes involved. You know,
Right.
you actually try things out, and if you're not worrying about things, then what's the point?
Did you play Amnesia?
No,
Okay. I would be curious.
I've got it. I've got it on my computer.
Okay.
I actually I installed it, and I opened a few drawers and doors, and then I was like, yeah.
Too scary.
No, I think I was playing it with my girlfriend in the room, so like
Right.
it wasn't scary because I was with company.
You need to like black out the room and put headphones on.
Yeah, I think I need to go into the bush.
Yep.
and play it.
That's a weird place to play a video game.
I tried playing that game with people around and the lights on and all sorts of stuff, and I still got too scared to keep playing. I got like 4 hours in, and I was like, I distinctly remember the event that like made me not stop playing. I don't want to spoil it.
Actually, I had that with PT. I played that with a
cool.
bunch of people in the room, and I still started getting freaked out.
Yeah.
But that was great because it had things like to activate an event, you had to like stare through a crack in a doorway. You know, it was like shit you really don't want to do, but it's like you got to do this if you want to advance.
Yeah.
That's what was so good with that, right? Because like horror movies you can watch and you're sort of separated from the character. You're like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go in there. Why
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
splitting up? Don't look through that door. But in that PT, it's just like, no, you have to.
Yeah.
Like
It's got a focus button that like
Yeah.
draws in your
and
vision.
you're just like,
on the
I don't
side.
want to be
Like-
doing that.
Yeah. It's like there's some weird noises coming from the bathroom. Have a look through the crack. It's, nah, I'm good.
I'd rather not.
I'm gonna
do
just
it.
move out of this house.
Yeah.
You should play Amnesia. I want to hear what you think.
All right.
It's
I promise nothing.
that's fine.
I'd love a game like Amnesia or like PT that's set in this like scary as house. But at any time, you could just leave the house and walk down the street, and there's
Have a
like
picnic.
and there's like a completely different like nice game about I don't know like just I don't know having a picnic or something.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that'd be real.
Real mind cleanse.
Yeah, yeah. You're just like, all right, time to go back in this haunted
What's
house.
what's your pick of the year?
Is Horizon?
Really?
Yeah.
Not Zelda.
No.
You son of a gun.
No.
Is Zelda even on the radar for your game of the year?
Well, I don't.
I hear it's pretty good.
I hear GTA's better. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't know. Like.
They don't charge you for DLC.
Yeah.
You know,
How many times have you bought that game?
3.
Yep. Cool. Thank you.
Same good game.
Yes. The same game
Yeah.
3 times. I only bought the same game twice, so. Oh.
I've bought Company of Heroes like 3 times.
Why Company of Heroes?
Accident.
Well, like you get home with your new copy
Oh,
of Company
no.
Heroes. Oh, I already got it. God
You
damn
look
it.
down, you keep holding another
Well,
box of
you-
Company of
not
Heroes.
again.
Yeah.
You laugh. You laugh about that. But I once saw Company of Heroes for sale on Steam. I was like, fuck, bloody hell, I'm going to get that. This game's great. Haven't played it for years. Bought it. And then realized, I forgot the box of it. And then the third time was like a Humble Bundle that had a bunch of other stuff, but
Okay.
also had Company of Heroes.
I can
Yeah.
forgive that.
Yeah.
Saverna and I both independently went out and bought the game as its own thing.
So GTA 5, I can explain the process of that.
Uh-huh.
It came out on PS3, man.
Yep.
I had to play it on PS3, and then again PS4,
Yeah.
and ultimately on PC, and that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on PC.
Why didn't you skip the PS4 version?
I think there was like a year in between, like
Yeah, there were
It
big
felt like
gaps
a year,
between the releases.
yeah, and I had to see it in HD.
Yeah, it was
in all of its splendor.
it was enough to sucker someone in.
Yep, so good,
How's it,
man.
how's it look on your 4K?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4K, dude. Turned up all the bells and yeah, it looks fantastic.
To be
How do
fair,
the bells and whistles look?
Real good.
What's
I
a
did
spec?
buy it twice.
Yeah?
Yeah, I bought it on PS3 and then PS4.
Yep.
But then PC came around. I was like, no.
I could probably skip that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
I've
got,
seen that game.
They do have the like I would probably have skipped the PC thing if PlayStation Plus wasn't $80 a year or whatever the hell it is.
Right.
Like I hate paying for that service.
Oh,
where I can
yeah,
just get the
hey,
same thing on.
So you're on like PlayStation Plus, are you?
I was, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah, because I was gonna say that Monster Hunter World demo is out on PlayStation Plus this weekend.
Not interested.
Why?
I was never into the Monster Hunter games.
Okay.
When I hear Reese talk about like putting 500 hours into it,
Yeah.
yeah, that's a huge what would you say?
Commitment.
A deterrent
Oh.
to me. Yeah, when anything's like more than 30 hours,
Yeah.
then I'm like, yeah, that's a red flag. I don't have that kind of time.
Right.
You should.
Where I'll happily put like 200 hours into Rocket League. You know,
How much time would you say you put into GTA?
in total, probably 150 or something.
Including online?
Yeah, probably.
That's not very much.
No, I know. I don't have time for video games.
Wow. Fair enough. Well, we don't have time to keep talking because we're out of time. This is probably our last actual episode for the year.
Mm-hmm.
If you've been listening all year, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Get in contact with us. You can tweet at FrontSeatCast and wish us happy holidays, or email us at frontseatquestion@gmail.com and ask us happy holidays. Facebook.com/FrontSeatCast.
Or just proclaim it with an exclamation mark.
No, ask
Happy holidays.
It's Front Seat
You
Questions.
have no choice.
It says it in the email address. It has to be a question. If you email us something that isn't a question, we just
Email that to
can't
Front
answer
Seat
it.
Proclamations.
Oh, yeah. frontseatproclamations@gmail.com
Yeah.
is where you say happy holidays.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/FrontSeatCast, our Facebook page. You can talk to us on there. We're always there. FrontSeatGamer.wordpress.com. That's our WordPress site. We read and reply to comments on there. YouTube.com/FrontSeatCast has our YouTube bits and Bzz. Bob. That's a thing, right?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
Nailed it. Yep.
Yep, you got it.
Perfect.
That's it.
Thank you.
Classic saying.
You can rate us on iTunes. Tell your friends. Thank you, Ed, for coming in. Now, like I said, this was our last episode for the year. However, we are planning to do a D&D series like we've done for the past couple of years. Although this year it's actually going to be D&D. And Ed will be on it, hopefully.
Yep.
As will Severn.
Yeah.
Which is exciting because we've never seen Severn play one of these before.
Mm-hmm.
And Blake will be there as well. And I will be DMing. So sorry, everyone. Sorry in advance. And we'll see you next year. Have a good
Cool.
time, I guess. Or don't. Whatever. Bye. Are you guys going to have voices during D&D?
I think my voice is funny enough. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
I was thinking of what if I did like, oh, Ed, do you remember me and Cam doing the fucking farmer voice? Like, you fucking little cunts, we're gonna...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do this fucking voice for the podcast. All right.
Oh, fuck, maybe I should use that. Because I think there's a character there that could suit
There's
that
definitely a
voice.
character. It's not my character.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
No,
All right, we're ready for some adventures. Here we go.
What character is that meant to be?
This is my character voice. How's it going?
What's his name?
Mesmero. Mesmero, the master magician and illustrious illusionist.
Yeah, g'day boys at Mesmero the Magician. We're just here to do some fucking magic for you, eh?
Yeah. Watch this bloody rabbit here, mate. Pick a card.
Can you keep that up?
I don't know. We'll see.